We played against a top team today, to sum it up, and yeah, it didn't feel too different from the games we used to when we played the toughest games in Europe. Yeah! I don't know. The tournament's not finished yet. You know, River Plate played a super competitive games against Inter Milan. Boca was competitive against us. Yeah, there's two less Brazilian teams now in the tournament, but it's also because there was a game between two Brazilian teams, Botafogo and Palmeiras, so you're naturally going to lose one team. Every game has been competitive. I was watching the games between Chelsea and Flamengo, and Flamengo was there. You know, they won the game against a team that has a tremendous amount of quality and, you know, very high tactical education as well at Chelsea. So I guess it's football. We only judge on winning and losing. So then that sort of creates the picture, and everybody goes, well, that's what happened. But I don't think it's that black or white. I think the levels are very, very similar. But yeah, at some point a team has to win. That's nothing more than that, I think. I would like to see. What I want is, and because I'm African as well, is to see the African teams in the future compete like the South American teams can, to make it more competitive. And I really believe that it's always a possibility. So the goal is, I think, in other continents in the next 4 years to hopefully close the gap with a lot of teams on perhaps the European and South American teams who are close to each other at the moment. It's a few things. So, you know, as much as I have a lot of experience in my life as a football player, and, you know, I'm building it now as a coach as well, I didn't play many games in this heat. I didn't play many games in this humidity. So I think we're all learning to get through it. And I was a little bit worried after 20 minutes because I knew we were really pushing and it was a tough physical game. But then what was good is that I think the team did sort of the right thing in the right moment. I think there's a moment where, yes, we defended a little bit deeper, but we did it well. It was just unfortunate with the way we conceded the penalty. It was unnecessary. But then every time we had the opportunity, we went back out and we made it really difficult for Flamengo to have nice possession and just move the ball around the box, because they're really, really good in those moments. And I think the key part of the game for me, which always remains a key part of the game, is we always stayed dangerous. It didn't matter if we were defending or if we had the ball. I think if we had the ball, we were always dangerous. But even when we defended, on the counter and in moments, we looked like a team that could score at any time. So then it's sort of the right type of game that happened for us.
The top European teams and the rest of the world is the quality in the final third. I'm just looking at the guy's stats of the guy next to you. 2 shots in the entire game, 1 touch in the opposition penalty area, and 2 goals. I mean, is that what is making the difference, do you think, at this very top level?
In any competition you play, any tournament, it's always the quality of the players, but not just the quality, also I think the belief. I'm not sure, because we're constantly racing to try and draw the comparisons. You know, I don't know if it's that black or white. I mean, some of the best finishers in the world have come from Brazil, you know, and they have played there as well. Some of the best finishers in the world have come from Argentina. Some of them are still playing. So I'm not sure it's that black or white. I think the difference is as well with the South American teams, they have football in the blood. I mean, if you look at, I was speaking about Brazil the other day, they have 210 million people who are crazy about football, who play football everywhere. We've got PlayStations, TVs and everything else, you know, so our kids in Europe, in our countries, are not always, you know, as involved in the game. I think it's still, you still find so much talent, but, you know, there are some advantages as well to South American teams. It's not always just the money side of it or the perception of quality. We played against a top team today, to sum it up, and yeah, it didn't feel too different from the games we used to when we played the toughest games in Europe.